I use CBD every day, and you know, I thought about that a lot, read about it a lot, and then with legalization, I've started using CBD on a regular basis, and you know, I'm trying to judge for myself whether or not it's having a positive impact on me, and I can say that I think it is. There's very little information about the endocannabinoid system, which is part of our body that interacts with the prostaglandin system, with you know, the system of receptors in our brains. In fact, we have more cannabis receptors in our brains than all other receptors combined. And so that is fascinating to me, that there's all this potential to take this very complex plant and apply it in a way that can really benefit people. The other thing that's really fascinating is the public policy shift. As someone that, you know, used to create policy and try to implement policy, now I'm on the receiving end in a company that is subjected to policy formation by both the federal and provincial and even local governments. British Columbia has been generally slow in terms of you know, the rollout of retail. But I think they've been very thoughtful about it in many ways. And I think when you talk about cannabis in British Columbia, it's a little bit different than elsewhere, because we have this cannabis culture in BC that is quite different and quite advanced in the black market versus other parts of the country. So I know that the government and Minister Farnworth were very interested in transitioning in a way that could you know, provide a path for people to come from the gray market into the legal market, and also importantly give local governments an opportunity to have a voice in how that would look in their communities. It's really important not to claim that cannabis is a panacea, a silver bullet for the opioid crisis or for the use of opioids, but is it a potential tool to help us? I think it is. In terms of people that are using not just opioids but other hard drugs, cannabis looks promising as a way of reducing the amount of harder drugs they're using as sort of an exit strategy, either as harm reduction to lower the amount of opioids or other hard drugs they're using, or as a way of dealing with withdrawal from using those drugs. We have our hydropothecary line, which is our medical cannabis line, and so we have made a real commitment to our medical patients to make sure that we have the inventory. So we're proud to be one of the producers that has protected the inventory for medical patients. But on the adult recreational side, we've really prided ourselves on sort of innovative products like the sublingual sprays, both THC, balanced CBD and THC, and then a high CBD product, which is becoming extremely popular. It won the Best Product Award at the Canadian Cannabis Awards, and so we're very proud of those types of products, and we want to do more of that. On the edible side, you know, we have this, our joint venture with Molson Coors is part of what we call our hub and spoke model. So we make these joint ventures with Fortune 500 companies, can put the best of both of these companies together in this new venture, and so we want to do the same with edibles, look at food manufacturers, confectioners to make those kinds of products. We want to look at cosmetic companies to look at cannabis-infused cosmetics, and also vaping technology as well, which I think will become more popular once concentrates are aboard as well. Because around the world, this is you know, hundreds of billions of dollars in the cannabis market, and Canada has that opportunity to really take a leadership position around the world.